you first open FlightSpan on the EFB, it will open to the End User License Agreement page. Tap Yes to accept. Then log in using your company name and password. The company name and password can be found in FlightSpan Ops under the EFB API Key tab of the Company Information screen. Note, you must be connected to the internet to log in. If you are not connected, you will receive a "You must enter a registered company name" warning. Allow FlightSpan to use your position. This is necessary for the app to function in the background and to prevent disconnects from the V2 tracker. This is also important if your aircraft are not equipped with V2 trackers so as to enable automatic data capturing and tab switching. Later you will be asked if you want to allow FlightSpan to use your location even when you are not using the app. Users who are connected to V2 Track should keep it on only while using, while users without V2 Track should change it to Always Allow so that FlightSpan can continue to function in the background while you are using other apps. FlightSpan Ops will synchronize with FlightSpan, downloading all of your company data. Next, select Download. The authorization to download will only be required when you log in. When sync is complete, the sync status will be displayed under the header section. FlightSpan initially opens in Scratchpad. Scratchpad is designed to be a place where you can create and explore using flights that will not be flown. It's a great place to learn FlightSpan on your company's version of FlightSpan. Scratchpad mode will be displayed at the top, and the app has a yellow border so you know you aren't working in a real flight. When using FlightSpan operationally, syncing the EFB with FlightSpan Ops prior to flight is important to ensure that the pilot is using current data. FlightSpan will automatically sync when the app is started from a closed state and it has been more than 12 hours since the last sync, and when a new version of the app is detected. To force a sync, tap the blue sync icon. The sync status will be shown. Leave the Allow FlightSpan to download additional data and images, switch on, and tap Sync All. Operationally, there is no reason to switch off the additional data download, but FlightSpan is required by Apple to offer the option of not downloading the data. If you switch it off, all other types of data will be synced. Warnings will be displayed on the Map tab when selecting a chart, on the runway charts if the image was not previously downloaded, and on the Documents tab. If you switch off the download permission, you will periodically be prompted to allow downloading of additional data. If you tap Yes, the switch will be returned to On. Charts and documents can also be individually synced using their respective sync buttons. When sync is complete, all items should show a green status. If any items display a yellow or red status, sync again. The top bar on each page just below the iPad status icons shows the trip manifest status. After landing, the cooldown timer will be displayed, and the phase of flight. On the ground, taxi, climb, cruise, top of descent, descent, approach, or landed. The V2 track connection status displays whether you are connected to the V2 tracker, whether it is transmitting by satellite or cell, and when the last position update was sent. The sync button refreshes all data from FlightSpan Ops if you are connected to the internet. The Settings button opens EFB settings and displays the app version number below it. Navigate through the major sections of FlightSpan using the tabs at the top of the screen. The tabs are arranged in a logical progression of the flight, beginning with the Daily Flight Record, DFR, at the left. Some tabs have sub-tabs to select from. FlightSpan anticipates what tab you should be on for a given phase of flight and will automatically switch to the next tab at the appropriate time. If V2 is connected and you start taxiing without sending the manifest, it will switch to the flight following tab. When you send the trip manifest, it switches to the Takeoff Performance tab. When you take off, it will switch to the Map tab if you are navigating from point A to point B. If you are remaining in the pattern, it will switch to the Arrival Runway Chart tab. When you reach the top of descent vertical speed required, or if a descent is detected, it will switch to the Arrival Runway Chart tab. After landing, if you are navigating from point A to point B, it will switch to the Post Landing tab. If you are remaining in the traffic pattern, it switches to the Takeoff Performance tab. Note: criteria for detecting takeoff and landing are set differently for rotorcraft and fixed-wing aircraft.